New episodes of the I Know You Didn't Ask podcast are out every Monday and Friday, available wherever you listen to podcasts and on YouTube. Welcome to I Know You Didn't Ask. I'm your host, Megan O'Donnell. I'm back here today with Olivia Lowe. We haven't podcasted in months, and I am so excited. Welcome back.
So thrilled to be here.
It's been far too long, and now we have the pleasure of talking about the post-yacht trip Salt Lake City shit show. And you would think that a show that was like so jam-packed with drama across like whatever 3 episodes of them being on the mega yacht is now already onto the next new drama, which is Meredith Marks crashing out on a plane.
No pun intended.
Literally.
I know they go to Greece later in the season, but these last 3 episodes were truly a Greek tragedy. That was some, and now I'm just, messing my theater references, but like that was some Shakespearean shit. Like next level.
I mean, to go from everyone being angry and mad at Brittany and like still kind of coddling Meredith and Lisa, because they always do. All the girls always want Meredith and Lisa to like them because they're the popular girls. And then, we all get back in Salt Lake City and everybody's like, what Meredith did was disgusting and protect Brittany at all costs.
The money I would spend to get that plane footage.
Well, that's one thing that kind of pissed me off. We were texting earlier, like, Brittany is the queen of
covert filming.
Yeah, covert filming. And didn't she give everybody camcorders earlier in the year? Like, yeah, let's bring those back out and let's see some footage of what the fuck happened.
Where's the production assistant? Like, where's the PA? I would just put my phone up. Come on.
I wonder if a part of me is like they're holding on to that footage so that we can have speculation for now as viewers. And then like at the reunion, they're going to be like, and everybody sit back and we're going to do a super cut edit of Meredith's best hits, shaking her chair, spilling wine on her, yelling at her, taking her and shaking her. I felt bad for the other people in first class, and I did appreciate the infographic of where everybody was sitting.
Yes, that was fantastic. Well, on Watch What Happens Live, I didn't get through the whole episode. I was just watching it right before we got online. Heather was on, and Andy asked, like, what is your response to Meredith's defense that the air marshal would have been called? She would have been arrested. And she's like, look, like, it was basically housewives and production that was in the entire first class cabin. Like, there was a level of celebrity, like they weren't gonna send in that, like the people were kind of, didn't want to touch, didn't want to see, like it probably wasn't to the level of she needed to be escorted off, but like they weren't gonna come and arrest her.
I feel like, what Brittany was saying kind of came true. She was like, you have these moments, and she called them seizures, which I think that was just like an incorrect word, but she was like, you have these seizure freakouts, all of a sudden it's a 180, like who you are turns into this like scary psycho. And Meredith is like, that would never happen. And then like fast forward a day later and they're on the flight.
I feel like
exactly what happens.
The only explanation, and no, I don't have any evidence, I don't have any receipts, I don't have any screenshots, but the only plausible explanation is that there was pills and wine and altitude.
That's
and
what I've always said. She's barred out.
It's and that she doesn't remember, because people were like, when that last scene with Mary, she was like, I'm concerned about you. Like it was, and if Mary is like intervening, it's bad. It's bad. So there was something going on there. There was a Xanax, there was a sleeping pill, there was wine, like, and the act of damage control that Meredith is trying to do by just actively gaslighting everyone it's a masterclass. It's of what not to do, but nonetheless, she's attempting in real time. I mean,
that lunch with Mary, she's like, hey, Mary. Mary's like, how
hey,
are you?
Hey.
I'm feeling good.
Here I am with my fresh extensions.
Mary gives her a look like,
you good, girl?
What happened? And yeah, like you said, she kind of was gaslighting her. She was like, it couldn't have been more than 10 minutes. Mary's like, well, no, I was in and out of sleep, and every time I would wake up, you were still in it. And she's like, well, you were really far away. Mary's like, I was like 7 feet away. Like
Meredith was basically like, you weren't even there. And Mary's like, No. This is not me debating what I was told. I was there, and Meredith's like, no, no, no. It's like everyone keeps having to remind Meredith and Lisa that like they were literally there. This is not a large room. This is not a theater. It was a small plane in the first class cabin. Like it is wild. It's truly exceptional TV though.
And I loved how when Lisa was in the car, like eating fast food with John, and he was
Yeah.
like, and you weren't involved, right? And she was like, no, John, I didn't say a word. I didn't do a single thing. And then everybody's like, and Lisa was right next to her, shaking her and trying to make
Spilling
her.
wine
Yeah.
and telling you to shoot the fucking video. Like,
Oh
I
my
mean, it
God.
truly it must be horrendous behavior if they achieved everyone feeling bad for Brittany.
Yeah. And I, I feel for Brittany. I mean, I feel like we need to talk about Brittany in general. I love her. I love how like unhinged and how she makes like terrible decisions.
Yeah,
I love the unicorn situation.
there's 100% a Build-A-Bear unicorn.
I literally said like, did the two of them go to the mall together? And they were like,
Yeah,
let's go to Build-A-Bear. Let's
because
build
you know
you a
you can
unicorn.
like put the little
Ugh.
recording into the
That's like for a grandparent to give their grandchild like when they don't live near them, not a
yeah,
boyfriend
or
to a girlfriend before
like
a
a
yacht trip.
child. Yeah,
But I feel
you're
like Brittany
crazy.
is a little stunted, and I think there's so
A
much.
little.
Well, I think some of it comes from like being in a religion that like so props up men and like the
Yeah.
man of the house, the man of the family. And so, whenever her relationship, went south with her ex-partner and the father of her children, she's like kind of constantly craving and chasing this next man to then be the anchor for her family, when we just see like her daughters are like, I like cannot even talk to you, mom. Like, you're so out of touch, you're so boy crazy. Like, come on, like attempt to try to be in my life in a genuine real way. And Brittany's like,
But
no,
Jared,
yeah, I'm gonna try, but like I can't
but
I can't
Jared,
quit him.
Jared. Honestly, she is incredible TV. I am so grateful that she graces our television
Oh,
every
thank
week.
God.
I do not want it to change. However, she is utterly batshit. Utterly. And I think there's an important thing we're not recognizing in Brittany. And I say this as a former one myself. She is a theater kid.
Sure.
And I think that gives some context.
Well, yeah, there's a bit of like, let me show him a little razzle dazzle. Let's see what I
But
can do.
she's trying and she keeps missing the mark. Like they just her like actively trying to like create storylines. And like yes, she does achieve those storylines, but like you can just see her just like reach. I want her to continue to be on Salt Lake, but I'm so happy if she were to continue as a friend of, because this like underachieving thing that she has, or this like this feeling that she's entitled to the snowflake and she hasn't got, like I think that adds to the character as well.
Yeah. And she's like very like ham-handed with the way that she goes about drama. Like they're like sitting at
Yeah,
breakfast and she's like, "Well, I heard and saw a TikTok that your
exactly.
husband's cheating." What? Like if you really saw this and you were worried, pull me aside. The yacht is massive. Have a one-on-one conversation. And then of course it would
No,
then
because
trickle to all the other girls. But she just is like, "You know what? Let me lob a grenade into the
no,
conversation and then be confused when everyone's mad at me."
she's constantly auditioning for her snowflake, which makes great TV, and which is why we need to not give it to her, Andy. Which I do wonder
Exactly.
if they will next season. That's what she's been doing this entire season. Do you remember
I
her in the last reunion where she was like, it was all the housewives were, doing their like end of season cheers, and Brittany was off because she was a friend of, and she's like, they panned to her and she's like, I should be up there, guys, I should be up there. Like that is the energy she brings to every episode, and it's fantastic.
Well, there was also like a recent press photo shoot that the main cast did. I can't remember if it was like Entertainment Weekly or something.
Yeah.
And they were all like dressed up like the Desperate Housewives in their bikinis. And of course, she felt slighted that she wasn't included in it. And then she like started going to like press interviews for the show in a bikini to be
I
like,
did not see
I'm
this.
dressing up as if I should be in the photo shoot cover that, you know, all my cast members are in that just came out the other day. It's like, girl. But like
Well,
the campiness is something I just appreciate. She's like,
yeah,
very
I
desperate.
love it.
And I love it. But I do think because she is kind of a hot mess and does bring a lot of this drama completely onto herself because of her own actions, it makes me feel like Meredith and Lisa were truly bullying and picking on this woman, like in a way that like it went too far. And see, again, it shouldn't say it seemed unwarranted because obviously she's freaking out about her bringing up the rumors about Seth, but there has been rumors about Seth every fucking season. And even on Next Gen, when like Seth like completely overstayed his welcome on the show, he was like constantly making jokes about like him wanting to be with other people and him wanting to be pansexual and him wanting this and this and that. Like they've like kind of openly said like they were once separated and they opened up their marriage. And it feels like that might just be their agreement, but Meredith just doesn't want to talk about on television, which is interesting if you then juxtapose that to what Braunwyn came out with this episode in that lunch with Whitney.
My God,
this show is so Braunwyn. Good.
It's so this is hands down the best city. Every
1000%.
single season they deliver. I think there was like one season where it was a little iffy, but like, oh my God, like every single season we got Jen Shaw, we got Monica, we got Mary Cross. Like it is a gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah, and what I like about this cast in particular is that I find them all to be a little bit different from one another. Like they all kind of have their own little trope that they fall into, and I kind of like that because, like you said, like a Mary Cosby, like is Mary Cosby and Heather really hanging out, or Meredith and like I feel like they all are so different that when they're all together as an ensemble, it's so confusing and it's so chaotic that like you can't turn away. I don't know, and I feel like other shows don't really have that. At least like I could speak, you know, to Orange County Housewives, where they're so like maniacal behind the scenes. Where on this show, like they're truly just like acting like how they would normally act, and it just happens to be clinically insane across the board.
Yeah. And I think there's something like right now, like Mormonism is like quite on trend. Mormonism is hot in the zeitgeist. Yes. I don't know if it's like Mormonism in like the way they want to be hot, or like Mormonism and like anti-Mormonism. I think maybe a little bit mixture of both. As Heather's Surviving Mormonism, I think.
Oh my God, I know. I have to watch it this weekend. I love that shit.
I do too. And I need to watch Secret Life of Mormon Wives as well because the new season just came out. So it's just like it's just hitting on all levels. Like it is so good. It is Shakespearean. It is the best of what Bravo does. Like right here is why we keep coming back. And you know, people have been saying for a while that like Housewives, the cities are not where they used to be. Salt Lake.
I mean, yeah, I'm right there with you. And I can't remember who it was that somebody on the cast was recently talking about how like it's just going to get more and more ridiculous and crazy. Like we haven't even hit the tip of the iceberg when it comes to what this season has to offer. And like we quickly kind of mentioned Jen Shaw and Monica, like we can't forget that this show has had like massive players who like did crazy shit that can be taken off the show, and the show is still ridiculous and out of control. Where some shows would have lost a Monica, lost a Jen, and then would have just fell flat entirely. But this, it's like, no, we're gonna amp it up and find Braunwyn, who's, to kind of circle back, who's like always bending the truth a little bit. I feel like we're gonna have a situation where you love Janet and you love Braunwyn, and I'm iffy about Janet, and I'm iffy about Braunwyn. I had a feeling when you said I love Braunwyn, I said, well, Braunwyn. Also, I realize that there are comments on Spotify, so if you guys have anything fun to say, go comment on Spotify. But someone commented, I'm so glad Olivia stands up and doesn't follow the pack, like all you sheeple. Yeah, I was a sheeple, and I said, fuck you. Just kidding.
To my fans, thank you
Yeah,
for supporting me.
you have support
I will
out
keep it
there.
coming. I'll keep it coming. Janets, unite. The Janets of the world, the Braunwyns of the world, let's unite together.
The
We'll
Braunwyns
unionize.
of the world. So that lunch with Whitney was so funny. She like hits Whitney with a like, you know, us young girls like dating old farts. You know, we have to kind of evolve with our marriage. And if Todd is looking at girls on a flight, again, like another flight drama, if he's looking at women in lingerie on his phone on a flight, then you know what? Then I'm gonna have to evolve. Like she basically was like, Big Daddy could do whatever he wants. As long as he keeps paying the bills and please don't leave me, please don't leave me, please don't leave me. Like I kind of
Well,
got, and then she was like, Whitney, you're the same, right? Whitney's like, no, what?
I think it's interesting how Braunwyn, what she constantly does is her MO is to get ahead of the drama. She
Yeah,
will bring it out. When you have a Meredith that's like, that didn't happen. No one saw you. No one saw me. I wasn't there. We were not on a plane. Um, but Bronwyn's like, oh, it hasn't broken yet. I'm bringing it up. And it's interesting. We'll see how it plays out. I also thought it was so funny when she was like, yeah, like if Todd wants to invite a third, you know, I would maybe be open. I was like, who in their right mind? Like, who is Todd cheating with? Like, what? Because I think Bronwyn is gorgeous. Like, girl,
oh, I think she's beautiful
yeah.
too. I recall something last season where she talked about like those rings that he gave her, where he was like, one
Yeah.
ring for each of my dedications to you. And one of them was about fidelity. So it seems like this is
Like,
probably an
he's a
ongoing
cheater.
thing.
Yeah.
He's a cheater. And he wants,
Yeah.
and you know what? Hey, these are fucking Mormons. We can't forget. Like, these are Utah Mormons who, you know, the OG Mormons very much believed in, you know, polygamy and having multiple wives. And, you know, why have one wife when you can have four? It seems like Braunwyn has to oblige to what Todd wants in this way, or
But
else
she's trying to take ownership of it. Like, she's trying to kind of rewrite the narrative of it, where she's
well,
like,
exactly.
she's like, I just need like an agreement, so I need it to be perceived like I am in control. Whereas like their marriage, oh my god, that ice cream date, like
Cherry
their
Gate.
marriage, oh, Cherry Gate. Their marriage sucks. Like, she
It's not
seems
good.
miserable. Like, she just actively watching her turn into a shell of herself when she talks to her husband or tries to vent to or emote to her husband is so sad. And I'm like, just I really hope you know you don't have a prenup and you can just leave him and take all his money, or at least some of his money.
Yeah, like a quarter. Like you don't even need half. He's
No,
probably
and
has a lot.
you're doing well now, you know,
Yeah.
on Housewives. Like, the way he speaks to her is so disturbing.
Yeah, and I think now that we've been seeing a little bit more of her childhood and her relationship with her parents and
Yeah.
you know how much she disappointed them by getting pregnant early and going against all the rules of the church and whatnot. I feel like her meeting Todd, of course, like when she was also down and out, a single mother, had possibly all these legal issues. I feel like she was kind of seeing him like, oh, you're kind of like my dad's savior in a way. Like,
Yeah.
I will obey you, whatever you want, just keep me safe, and I won't disappoint you. Like, I feel like even like during that ice cream date, he's like wearing a regular outfit and she has like this little pink outfit on. And it kind of was like, come on, daddy, let's go get ice cream, daddy.
Oh my
Like,
god.
you know, like it gave me creepy energy between the two of them. And then when you saw that she literally did a whole song and dance, oh my gosh, one of the things I really don't like about you is when you eat the cherry off my sundae. And then 45 seconds later, he genuinely eats it. It just shows you he wasn't even listening to her when she was
No.
speaking. He was too, you know, in his freaking Rocky Road ice cream. But it's just, it's not
And
good.
and he also speaks to her the way that her mother speaks to her too. Like, they
Mm-hmm.
both really talk down to her, really belittle her. And it's like, oh, of course. Of course you chose a man that speaks to you the same way your family's spoken to you, because that is the love you think you deserve and the love you know. And it's
Yeah.
so sad. And I don't know, like the preview for the rest of the season seems like they might be separating, but I'm pretty sure that he has been at Watch What Happens Live when she's recorded. So, alas.
Yeah, I've been seeing some tea on Reddit that was saying that, oh, my friend's a lawyer and has been hearing that Braunwyn and Todd are going to break up. And I mean, it wouldn't be surprising.
Mm-mm.
And I mean, the rumor that Lisa came up with that was so funny. Lisa's like, I'm from New York, so I know a lot of people. Um, so I guess Lisa tells Angie that Todd was making out with one of their friends and was farting the entire time. And he
Oh
and
my god,
Mary is
I forgot about the farting.
yeah, the farting is scary, and I liked how Mary was like, "What's going on with your like bodily fluids? Like, what's going on?" And also, Mary just is so funny this season. She was like, "I don't know what I'd be more embarrassed about, him cheating on me or him being a public farter." And honestly, I'm kind of with her.
Meanwhile, like Mary had a whole like storyline for an episode about how she was mad at Angie for making fun of
Uh,
her farting.
I loved that
Like I said,
conversation when
television gold, the show.
when they were discussing that, and um Mary was like, Angie, I thought you were my sister, like what's going on? And Angie goes, Mary, I am your sister. And I just felt like I was like, I feel like there's a cultural clash here. I am your sister. Oh
Oh
my
my
gosh.
god.
Well, the thing is about this show is like there are so many things that are going on. Like I just like took top line notes, and it's like I mean, where do we even
I don't even
kind of go
know.
from here? I mean, maybe let's talk a little bit about Angie. So Angie, I mean, I felt so bad for her being sick on the yacht. Like she was down
Angie
bad.
had a rough yacht trip. Like, and it's crazy. Like, remember, like, we have lived so many lives through these 3 episodes of this yacht
Literally.
journey. Like, we came in to the first episode thinking it was gonna be a showdown between Angie and Lisa.
Yeah.
And then, like, next thing we know, Angie is comatose, breaking her finger in an inflatable costume. Like she's like not part of the drama whatsoever.
She probably was like, I'm so glad I got seasick
Yeah.
because it would have been me duking it out with Lisa instead of Heather, which I mean, this is ADD episode, but that's just unfortunately how this show is because you can't really figure out what's going on. But Heather getting so trashed on that boat and
Oh my
basically telling
god.
Lisa, like, I think you're the source of all the dirt and everybody knows it. And Lisa just, has a meltdown because she's
As
the
she does.
source. Because
She is the source.
it's
Well, on Watch What Happens
obvious.
Live, Heather said that she does have evidence. Like she has all the screenshots and everything. Like it's not debatable. She's like, I wasn't trying to get her to admit it. Like I'm trying to get her to take accountability and move forward.
Lisa is never taking accountability. And
No.
I mean, her like getting yelled at and then her like being like, I have to go call John. And
Poor
poor John.
John.
Oh, poor John. He's just like at home watching like Ozarks. Like he's just like watching
Yeah.
Netflix. He's like he sees her name on the phone and he answers on the first ring. And he's
John.
like and I like how she
He's
immediately
woman.
she's
Sorry,
like
that was my really bad impersonation
no, I
of
thought it was
Lisa.
really good.
No, it actually was terrible. I need to
I
work on it.
liked that she just was like, you have no idea what these ladies are doing to me again. Like they're finally addressing you for the clear shit story that you do. And then you're getting mad at them for bringing up the fact that you clearly do. It's just poetic. And then, I
Yeah.
mean, Brittany running after her in that beautiful green dress. And she does like again, like theater 101, she does like this dress maneuver where she's like sitting at the edge of the dock, and Brittany like looks so beautiful and she's sitting there with her gorgeous dress and she's like trying to touch Lisa, and Lisa's like, get the fuck off
Yeah.
me, get away from me, I want nothing to do with you, get off me. It just was so iconic.
It was
I'm
so
just
iconic.
shocked within 3-4 episodes everything from earlier in the season is now just like a wash. Like someone was called a
Yeah.
gout dick sucker
Oh my god.
like 4 episodes ago.
I
What the
mean,
fuck?
we went into the yacht trip thinking it was all going to be about Braunwyn having and her legal issues. Like that was not even half an episode. in the beginning. Like, that was forgotten so fast. I
I
mean,
mean,
the season started, but there was a psychic. There was Lisa gave like a full like corporate conference presentation about her lawsuits. Like, I'm like truly experiencing like whiplash. Like, it's highs and lows. I'm on a roller coaster.
yeah, this is a show that really kind of takes you out of it, where I feel like when we were recapping The Valley last season, like, whatever, there was 12 episodes or something, sometimes it felt like we were having the same conversation
Yeah,
over and over and over again. But if but if we were recapping this show, every episode is just like from the jump a new crop of nonsense. We're
yeah,
not like circling the drain with the same drama, and even the fact that like there's such a quick turnover between these topics and people then like being fine with each other. I mean, again, not to bring up gout dick again, which is just like the most
no,
disgusting thing I've
please,
ever heard.
please bring it up. I want to continue talking about gout dick.
But like Lisa says, Braunwyn sucks dick for money and she sucks this gout dick. And then they're like girls again very soon. I feel like that would stay with me for a little bit longer if I was in this situation and my husband was if I was sucking his dick for money and he had a gout dick. Whatever a gout dick is.
I think, isn't it just like implying that Todd's old? Like,
Yeah,
that's
I think
that's
yeah,
it,
like
right? Because like old people get gout. No, old people don't necessarily get gout. It's like when you have like an infection. I don't know. I actually don't want to think about it.
yeah, I know.
I don't want
Gout
to
is
bring that image to mind.
arthritic. Oh yeah. Oh. Yeah. It's
I
like
feel
joint
like,
pain.
well, I feel like in Outlander, like people kept getting gout, and it was like 17 something. So like
You'd think they would
it's,
have figured it out by now.
yeah, it was like antibiotics, like pre-antibiotic days. I don't know.
But maybe we touch on these legal issues that Braunwyn has, I guess being
Yeah.
evicted from her last apartment. And then there was another penal code that she, I guess, was being
Okay.
brought underneath. What are your thoughts on
I'm
the
gonna
legal issues?
stand on. No, sorry. I'm standing with my girl Bronwyn in the same way I'm standing with my girl Janet. I believe everything she said. I think, yes, she admitted she was evicted from her BYU apartment when she was 19 and pregnant and didn't pay the lot. Okay, whatever. You know what? I mean, not whatever. I'm sure that sucked at the time, but we believe her on that. It sounds like she, was working in some finance job, and it was the company had legal issues and she was part of, but the charges weren't brought to her independently.
Hmm.
So that's what she said, and I believe her, and I'm willing to die on that hill. I
No,
hope
I
that this
agree with
this
you.
comment doesn't age poorly.
No, I agree with you. I feel like because she was so young when she got pregnant, and again, it's not in a circumstance where it's like she had her parents to help her. Like she seemingly
No,
had nobody, and in those moments of confusion and just being young and like you don't know what the fuck you're doing. Like it makes sense that she would get in trouble and not
pay
maybe
her rent
yeah
for
and
a month.
understand yeah, which like I mean, I was gonna say who hasn't done that. I mean, I haven't, but I feel like it's a pretty common
Neither
thing.
neither have I, yet I could see it happening.
Yeah, of
Um,
course.
I think it's a little unfortunate, dare I say, that she decided to open the season with going after Lisa's legal issues.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, she was sitting on the knowledge of her own legal issues. Like, I don't know the forethought in that. Like, she probably should have seen that coming. But,
Well,
no.
I feel like when that happens, it's like, oh, you're gonna bring up my legal things. Then it's like, okay, Lisa goes and tells her assistant, let's start looking into Braunwyn.
Yeah.
Go on some websites and you'll find some information about God knows whatever the fuck she did. But Lisa,
Hmm.
I mean, I've always been of the mindset that Lisa is dead broke and she is a
Yeah.
scam artist in some way. Again, I don't think it's as malicious as Jen Shah, but I do feel like there is shady dealings happening with Lisa, and maybe she is this party planner, maybe she does host these events and does all these fabulous things, but I don't know, to live the lifestyle that she's living. Now it's a little bit different because, you know, she's like getting ads from like
She's a
she's getting
celebrity
Wendy's money.
now.
Yeah, now she's
Yeah.
a celeb, so it's just a different source of income. But like to begin the show, I'm like, this lady like does events and marketing. Okay, yeah. But you
Have
know,
you ever seen Vita Tequila anywhere?
not once.
Not once.
Well, supposedly they're going to be making a spin-off with Lisa Barlow kind of as the Lisa Vanderpump of the new Vita Tequila Lounge in Park City, which I would like.
Interesting. Yeah, no, I'm yeah. Yeah.
I
I could
mean, you
be
know,
I
she's the new
I'll
Lisa Vanderpump.
I'll sign up for that. 100% cosign. I'm here.
I would also love to see her as somebody's boss. Like, I feel like
Yes.
seeing her in a managerial role is something that I haven't really seen yet that I would like to get into.
And that's a good idea. Well done, Bravo. Well done, Andy.
I mean, it would make
Yeah,
sense.
let's pursue that. Let's pursue that. Because I mean, not to completely change the topic, but they did just release the trailer for the new Vanderpump,
Oh my god,
which
I know. Of
I will watch. Obviously, I'll do my due
course.
diligence. But like the direction should be do the Vanderpump of Salt Lake City with Lisa's lounge.
I'd watch. What else is really kind of going on with Lisa? I mean, Lisa and John seem like they're having some communication issues. I mean, the
Yeah.
psychic was very
Can
much
you
like, you're not on the same team.
can you imagine being married to Lisa?
Oh, no. I feel like I'd just be her assistant at all times.
Like being married to someone who is physically unable to take any accountability, but also just like see outside their brains and their own sense of reality. Like, what a night. I feel like of all of the housewives, she would, of Salt Lake, she would be the hardest one to be married to.
Absolutely, because it's her way or the highway. And
Yeah.
John is such like a sweet pushover where it seems like he just kind of gives into it. And even at one point, he says to her, like, at the end of their conversation, like they're a little heart to heart after her psychic
Mhm.
reading, he basically was like, well, everything you do is perfect, but just not me. Like everything I do is not perfect.
She's
And
like,
so it's
yes, you finally understand.
right. Finally, you're saying what I want to hear. And they've been together for a while, so I
Mhm.
imagine like, you know, just natural marital, you know, issues coming up over time. But she basically said like, no, these have been issues that have been with us like since we started dating, like,
Mhm.
which like those things don't go away. So can't wait to be deep into a marriage. I'm like 2 months in, going
Look at
great,
you.
no issues here.
Love it. No
But I
housewives
mean,
in your future.
I know. I really need to become a Real Housewives of New Jersey. That would be great for my brand.
It
They'd
would
be.
really be good for the pod.
I always say like if me and my sister-in-law and my sister-in-law's cousin, we all live in New Jersey, and we're all like annoying bitches. Oh my god, we would ruin the family. Like the family would be
Oh yeah.
over. But it would be
But worth
such
it.
great yeah, but worth it for fame and fortune. Oh my god. I mean, what else can we kind of quickly dig into?
Heather and
Oh
her
yeah.
love affair with
Ugh,
what's his name?
Captain Jason. She was so horny for him.
Like
It made me feel
they
bad.
definitely did it though, didn't they?
I mean, I think they definitely had something happen.
They did bits for sure.
Yeah. Well, I feel like Heather's one of those girls. Again, I'm like talking about like one of those girls like in middle school and high school where like she's so desperate that then it's like, oh girl, like it's not working. And then you have someone like Brittany who's like not even playing desperate. Brittany's just playing like damsel in distress. She's like, my air conditioner doesn't work. Jason, come in and fix it. And she's like in next to nothing clothing. And
Oh
like,
my god.
you know, he's in her room at 11:30 where Heather is like laying it on so thick and he's like
But
like
wait,
I
I feel
don't
like I had the
need this.
opposite thing.
Oh
I felt like
no.
Brittany's flirting was so much more painful than Heather's because like Heather was just like drunk and like
Drunk.
just trying, like, fighting with her friends, and then, like, you could see she had a friendship with Jason. But I thought Brittany's flirting was a lot harder to watch.
Well, I mean, she was just like going for every guy there. There was like
Yeah.
one guy who had muscles, one guy was the captain, and one guy had the accent. And she's like, one of you three is ending up in the bed with me. I don't care who
Oh
it
my god,
is.
when she asked
Iconic.
Jason to give her a tour, and he's like, not now. I
It's like,
have
it's
to
11
I have to
p.m.
sail a boat.
Yeah. She's like, oh, wait, you do that? Like, yeah.
So I don't watch Below Deck. I know that I'm missing out. I just feel like it's a whole world of
It
Bravo
is
that takes
very, very
it
time
takes
consuming.
massive commitment,
It
and I feel like
does.
there's a lot of Below Deck fans that aren't Bravo fans necessarily, and I think that's an
That's true.
interesting crossover. But this episode, do you remember back in the day on Disney Channel when they would do like a Sweet Life of Zach and Cody, Hannah Montana,
Oh,
That's So
yeah.
Raven, that's what, like, they would do a merge episode where like That's So Raven and Hannah Montana would come stay at the Tipton. Like, that is what this episode felt like, and I was sad that I haven't watched Below Deck and could really like participate in the marriage of these two worlds.
Yeah, I've been a fan of Below Deck, but in the last few years, like there's just like a Below Deck on at all times. I'm like, I
Yeah,
can't keep up with like who these people are and what these people are.
there's
So I
so
like,
many different ones.
yeah, I've seen this crew, and I know like the lore of Jason because he's like hot, and like I think at BravoCon, even I think like Luann was trying to get with him. No
Of
surprise
course.
there. He's a hot commodity. Even I think Lala was saying at one point that he was like the number one guy for her at BravoCon a couple years
Oh yeah,
ago.
I think I remember hearing that.
But I would love to see it now from the perspective of Below Deck, where they're like
Well,
focusing more on the crew. Are they going to do
they're
that?
going to. Yeah, they're
Oh
doing
my
it.
god.
Yeah.
That's iconic.
Yeah,
That's
Andy was talking about it on Watch What Happens Live, so they're going to do a whole
oh, that's
Below Deck episode of it.
They should do that across all of the housewives because I mean, being on a super yacht, it's pumping you with alcohol. You're in the
Yeah.
sun, you're in the water, so you're tired, you're drunk, and everyone kind of like looks a fucking mess. Like
Oh
the
my
hair, the
god.
makeup,
Because they couldn't have any
everybody.
glam squad. Like,
No, but
and
even that.
it showed.
Oh yeah, it showed. But even that, like the lack of the glam squad, it made viewers be reminded that like these are actually real people who aren't
Yeah.
like acting. Like they're not like, all right, now my call time's at 11, so I'm gonna start glam at 8. And it just felt like you were watching real friends on a boat
100%.
hanging out.
It was
And
beautiful.
I mean, even like the fight that Meredith and Brittany had, where Meredith like was in the spooky clothes and she
Yeah.
had like a meat cleaver like in her head as she's screaming at Brittany. Brittany gets up in the middle, throws up and pukes over the side of the boat and comes back and takes a shot of
Tequila.
tequila. Them all in costume having this. It was like so much happening in such a short amount of time that I think all housewife shows should now put the entire cast on a super yacht with no glam and unlimited alcohol.
Well,
It's iconic.
historically, nothing good happens on boats in Bravo.
That is
And
so true.
I would argue that really great things happen on boats. Great
I mean,
television. So let's
yeah.
keep them on boats.
I mean, you know what? Everybody's like a little bit off kilter. People could be a
Quite
little
literally.
sick. You're all over the place. And a super yacht, like you can have anything you want in this world. So it's like, can I have an espresso martini? Sure. Can I have this? Sure. Like, I feel like all of the yeses that I would be getting, I would slowly, day over day, just become more and more and more insane, insufferable, and wasted.
Same.
A hot fucking
Oh,
mess.
Yeah. It was beautiful.
I will say, I thought it was mean when they threw the unicorn into the water. I thought it was bullying.
I think it had to be done.
I mean, it did because, like, God knows. I mean, even Meredith hit her with it needed a bath because it was covered in your self tanner and makeup. You know,
Yeah,
she was like laid up with that unicorn next to her face all night.
I think, there was a way to pull it off where it's like, Brittany, it was for your own good. It was like very mean, but also like had to be done.
It had to be done. It could not go back to land with them.
Well, it
Even
did.
though, I was
It
going to
was
say,
resurrected.
yeah, they were like out there with like a net
Yeah.
trying to get it back for her.
Like the poor assistant that had to do that.
I mean, imagine if it didn't and it just like landed on some beautiful remote island somewhere and some family's like, the fuck is this? And they press the button and it's like, you are loved by the scariest voice in history.
She was asking for it though. Like, why the fuck did you bring that? Like, aren't you on a break? Like, all these women know that, like, we all, not just these women, the whole world knows that, like, what a joke this relationship is. Like, oh, Brittany.
She's like, we're on the path of getting re-engaged again.
No, you're
not. It doesn't work like that. You're not.
Oh,
you're not. And
but, I don't. Thoughts and prayers. Would I personally have thrown the unicorn into the water? No, but I don't think would ever find myself on a super yacht. Maybe if I was on one, I would just become a different person and do it. If I was drunk enough, no, I don't think I could do it. But like, that's why I'm not being cast as a housewife. That's the only reason.
Yeah.
Nothing to do with my tax bracket.
Yeah, I feel like I could be the sidekick for the person who is like, let's throw it over. I'd be like, fuck yeah. Like, it wouldn't be my idea, but I feel like I would quickly co-sign being terrible. Which, again, not saying anything positive about myself.
The next morning, I would feel terrible. And
the next
terrible, like, beer guilt. But... yeah, I don't know.
But they were picking on, you know what? Again, Brittany deserves a lot of the shit she gets from people, but like they were also pouring water on her every time she said every time she said Jared's name, which again, understandable. It's like when your friend is like not shutting the fuck up about this one guy, which like we all have a friend like that, where it's like, okay, if you say this name, the conversation's over, we are done. But, they still are pouring water on her.
They also, none of them can stand her. They all, hate her, and they're being paid to hang out with her. So,
well, now, even Heather, when Heather was with her at, like, the post-plane lunch, Heather was like, I will always be there for you.
No, you
whenever
won't,
you need. It's like now she's like, okay, great. Now the smoke is off of me for bringing that up to Lisa. Like again, that fight between the two of them, long gone. It feels like ages ago.
They can't even remember it. They probably like it's completely blacked out through the whole because they were like friends the next day. I was like, oh, they have no memory. Whatever Meredith was on the plane ride home was what Lisa was on during that night. Maybe Heather too.
Yeah, which is like so much red wine and a little bit of a pill and probably not eating a lot either.
And dehydrated.
So you can't, completely dehydrated.
Yeah.
I mean, this show is so good. I cannot wait to see where the rest of the season goes. I mean, I feel like I don't even like want to give speculation because I feel like anything I say is not even going to like be anywhere near what the drama will be. Is it going to be about a fart? Is it going to be about a gout dick? Is it about like
about both?
Yeah,
at the same time.
There's been 2 farting storylines on this show this season.
We are blessed.
We truly are blessed, and I mean, I'm so excited to.
Me too.
To be chatting again with you about this. I feel like we need to come back and do end of season or maybe post reunion, or maybe both. Because the reunion, they're going to get 3. I'm going to put money on it. They might get 4 parts.
Oh my God.
There's a lot to unpack here.
That's true. And also, BravoCon's this weekend.
Oh, I know. I'm like having FOMO, but also I'm like.
I mean, what a dream. Maybe one day when I have actual money.
Well, that was my thing. I was like, all right, well, if I wanted to like shell out like soup to nuts, like $4,000, $5,000, I'd just rather go to Europe. Like I can't, like if I have that money to take out of my account, I can't spend it on Bravo. Love you, Bravo. Hopefully you'll pay the bills one day. But yeah, this is not my year.
Yeah. But I'm excited to see all the dramas that come out of it.
Oh my God. Yeah. Next week, I'm going to have a BravoCon deep dive recap of what I find throughout all of the bloggers, the podcasters, online, Reddit. I'm going to have to be very much in my little...
Do your due diligence there.
Oh.
You're going to be in it. You might as well just spend there yourself.
I know, exactly. I mean, yeah, time is money, baby. The time I put into this episode, I could just have gone.
Yeah, you know what? Girl
But my time
math.
isn't worth that much money.
Next year.
Yeah, next year it's over for you hoes. The two of us will
Yeah.
be there with
Oh
our
my
little.
God, what a dream.
We'd have such good outfits. We would look so good.
Oh my God, that would be like a dream, a true like bucket list dream to go to BravoCon.
We should manifest us
Yeah.
hosting a panel at BravoCon. That is my dream.
God. Oh my
That's
God.
the real dream.
That
That
is the
might be
real
like
dream.
5 years out.
I mean, it's like I love that I get to watch it. I love that it has happened. I appreciate it. I'm grateful. Do I support it on like an interpersonal level? No, but like I'm not here to like I'm not tuning in each week to watch like good people behave well. Like that's not fun.
That's how I've always felt about these shows. And people are like, how could you watch these heinous people? She did something racist once. And I'm like, I can recognize that in people and still think that they're a piece of shit and still watch them. Like, I'm not going to
I'm
have,
not tuning in because they're good people. Like
yeah, that's not fun.
Yeah, I'm not co-signing their behavior. I'm enjoying it. I'm being entertained by it. Like, does that make me a shit person? Maybe you decide. I don't care. I'm having a good time.
Don't yuck my yum. I'm just having fun.
Well, on that note.
Oh my God. On that note, Olivia, thank you so much for coming on to the show. And thank you so much for listening to I Know You Didn't Ask. New episodes are out all next week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And just keep staying tuned. There's so much to come. And Olivia, I think we have to talk Mormon wives. I feel like we're going to have to jump into that. And then we also need to do our Vanderpump Rules wedding episode where we deep dive into the weddings.
We do.
I have to get the exact episodes for each, and then I'll send them to you so we could do our research. And
we have to watch Heather's show too.
Oh, of course. Oh my gosh.
Oh my God, we have so much to do.
I'm so busy, just full of nonsense television. That's my dream. It's fabulous.
Truly.
All right, well, thank you for listening, everyone. Have a good rest of your week. Bye.
Bye.
New episodes of the I Know You Didn't Ask podcast are out every Monday and Friday, available wherever you listen to podcasts and on YouTube.